We begin our journey in the early 50s with the M52 self-propelled howitzer. Designed to replace older open-topped vehicles, the M52 was based on the light tank chassis of the era. It featured a fully enclosed turret, which was a massive step forward for crew protection against shrapnel and small arms fire. While its 100 kN gun had a somewhat limited range compared to later designs, the M52 proved that mobile artillery could be both well protected and highly capable in a rapidly shifting battlefield. Next is the M107, a beast of a machine that truly defined the long-range artillery capabilities of the Cold War. Entering service in the early 60s, this platform carried a massive 175mm gun capable of reaching targets over 30 kilometers away. Because the gun was so large, the crew operated in an open configuration at the rear of the hull. It was all about raw power and reach, allowing commanders to strike deep behind enemy lines with impressive accuracy for that specific time. The M109 entered the scene shortly after the M107, and it would go on to become the most iconic self-propelled howitzer in the Western world. What made the M109 so successful was its incredible versatility and reliability. It packed a 150mm howitzer into a compact, fully armored and amphibious-capable hull. This platform became the backbone of numerous armies across the globe, undergoing countless upgrades over the decades to keep pace with modern battlefield demands for speed and fire. Moving into the 70s, we see the British FV433 Abbott. This unique vehicle was built on the chassis of the highly successful FV430 series, creating a very mobile and compact system for the infantry divisions of the time. The Abbott was distinctive for its 105mm gun, which used an unusual bagged charge system. It provided excellent support during training exercises and cold weather deployments, proving that for a country like the United Kingdom, a smaller, lighter system had real tactical advantages. The AMX AUF-1 represents France's contribution to this era of heavy artillery. Based on the proven chassis of the AMX-30 main battle tank, this system was designed to provide heavy fire support that could keep up with fast-moving armor formations. Its most notable feature was an automated loading system, which allowed the crew to maintain a very high rate of fire. This made the AUF-1 a formidable opponent, capable of delivering a punch that could suppress enemy positions with surprising speed. By the late 70s, the British introduced the M109's more capable successor in their eyes, the AS-90, though development continued through the 80s. The AS-90 was a clean-sheet design meant to address all the shortcomings of previous generations. It featured a powerful 155mm gun, heavy armor, and an auxiliary power unit that meant the main engine did not have to run while the gun was being operated. It brought a massive leap in survivability and operational efficiency for the British Royal Artillery Forces. Next is the M110, which shared a similar chassis to the M107 but carried an enormous 203mm howitzer. This was essentially the hammer of the battlefield. It was designed to fire heavy, high-explosive rounds that could smash through hardened fortifications or destroy critical infrastructure. Like its smaller sibling, the M110 used an open-air crew compartment, highlighting the trade-off between the sheer caliber of the ammunition and the necessity of keeping the entire platform light enough to move across the mud of Europe. The G6 Rhino represents a unique South African approach to the self-propelled concept. Rather than using tracks, they opted for a highly mobile six-wheeled chassis. This choice made it incredibly fast on roads and allowed it to cover vast distances without needing a tank transporter. The G6 was world-renowned for its range, as its 155mm gun was designed to hit targets far beyond what conventional tracked vehicles of the late 80s could achieve, marking a shift toward wheeled strategic mobility. We conclude with the PzH 2000, a German marvel that represents the absolute pinnacle of Cold War-inspired design. It features an automated ammunition handling system, a high rate of fire and extreme precision. It is fully armored and designed to survive in high-intensity combat, with its ability to fire multiple rounds so they all impact at the exact same time. The PzH 2000 is the ultimate evolution of the self-propelled howitzer, setting the gold standard for artillery units across all NATO forces today.